regardless of all the craziness that's going on right now, folks, you are still locked and loaded onto the hottest show on the streets, the best form of Crimson Tide football news, notes, and information on a Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. In my own words, the podcast with yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, coming to you from Tuscaloosa. As always, the show not about me. It's about the man John Ivory. I call him JP. But John Ivory making sure that we are looking good, sounding good, feeling good every single time as we stream this to you via YouTube. And as we do each and every time, we encourage you to drop a thumbs up on the show, give a like on the show, and hit that subscribe button. Now, what that tells us here at TDA is to continue pumping you out the best in news, notes, and information on your Crimson Tide. It's because of you, the fans, that we're over 8,000. That's right, over 8,000 subscribers strong on YouTube. So definitely want to continue to encourage you to help us grow the network, channel, and the brand. On a Friday, got a jam-packed set of topics here to get to. We'll dive into an update to start things off, and then after that, we'll go into Alabama spring football postponed, suspended due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. What does this mean? Will football return? Will spring ball return? What are we looking at here in terms of Alabama athletics, in particular Alabama football? So we'll dive into that. From there, we have a special guest in the building. We're going to be able to sit down with former Alabama defensive back Jarrett Maiden, former Alabama safety, get his thoughts and things on his career and how great it was, and just some players that he feels like in the upcoming season will be big-time factors. And as he pushes toward the NFL draft, what are the things he'll be looking to do at the next level? So we'll talk with Jarrett Maiden. And then last but not least, we'll be able to preview the Alabama group at wide receiver heading into the upcoming season. That and your phone calls, tweets, text messages, thoughts, and concerns here on this edition of shows. But to start things off, a little update here. Alabama losing tight end Giles Amos to the transfer portal. Giles Amos hit the transfer portal on today. He'll be a graduate transfer as he's in the NCAA transfer portal. Amos, a native of Perry, Georgia. He came to the Crimson Tide in 2017, was a part of that 2017 national championship team. He was a walk-on. He earned his scholarship in the 2019 fall camp session and was able to catch a pass this past year against New Mexico State, but he is in the graduate transfer portal, so definitely best wishes there to one Giles Amos at that tight end position. But we dive into topic number one of the conversation this evening. Alabama spring football suspended, postponed until further notice due to the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. News came out via the University of Alabama on today, stating that spring practice has been canceled, has been postponed until further notice. Now, according to the SEC front office in Birmingham, all spring activities have been postponed or canceled through April 15th. So that's what we're looking at as of right now. In terms of what does this mean for Alabama football, and it's kind of crazy how this deal or this strand of the coronavirus started in China, and then from China it makes its way to Europe and it gets into the United States. Of course, one Rudy Gobert, the center for the Utah Jazz, not a vindictive person, but I guess carelessly just did not take it seriously, and of course other players in the NBA have been affected by it. Of course, Gobert's teammate, one Donovan Mitchell, contracted it as well, which led to the NBA shutting down the remainder of its season. And then the NCAA college basketball March Madness tournaments for men and women both suspended, postponed, canceled. The conference tournaments for the respective conferences canceled. Just so many things happening with this virus, and it's made its way to the state of Alabama with already a confirmed case in Montgomery. But prior to football, Basketball is affected by this. Alabama men's and women's basketball, Alabama baseball affected, Alabama softball affected. But in terms of football, the good news is, in a sense of, there is potential for a return to spring practice. We're kind of just in limbo right now, as we are in strong hope, in strong faith, and strong prayer that modern medicine, medical technology, pharmaceuticals, scientists, everybody trying to figure out a way to combat the virus, figure out a way to come up with some type of vaccine, some type of cure, because it really sort of snuck up on us in a sense, and people are taking the necessary precautions. People are being proactive and getting in front of this thing. So right now, we are in limbo as to when spring practice returns. Now, to me, as long as no one in the football facility, no one on the coaching staff, no one in the support staff, none of the players, as long as nobody within this facility contracts the virus, and I strongly believe that spring ball will return to the University of Alabama. It's just a matter of when, as once again, we're kind of in limbo in regards to that. And I remember just going back to some statements made by Kentucky men's basketball coach John Calipari, along with others, that it's a trying thing when you see these young athletes in basketball, men and women's basketball, that they grew up, as children, looking forward to this moment, playing in the NCAA tournament. You look forward to, you grow up in the backyard dreaming of that day when you can hit that game-winning shot to win March Madness. You, as a child, look forward to that day to where you can compete in the tournament and you get a chance to cut down those nets as champions of college basketball, and for the chancellors, the presidents, the athletic directors, the coaches to come to these young men and women and tell them that you're not going to have that opportunity. It hurts because they've worked so hard for this moment. And while you sign your letter of intent to come to a school to fulfill that educational requirement, and that's important, and you want to do that, but you also come to the school to fulfill your athletic goals, whether those be in football, basketball, baseball, softball, track and field, what have you. And just for the NCAA tournament, I understand a lot of these young people, they nod, they shake their head, and understanding that they're not going to get this opportunity to compete in March Madness. But in the hearts of so many of these individuals, I can only imagine the pain, the anguish, the frustration, the tears, the agony, because this is what they've always wanted to do. So definitely, I feel for those guys in these respective sports. But just in terms of football, hopefully and prayerfully, University of Alabama, Crimson Tide can get to the bottom of the situation in terms of figuring out, can it get back to getting on the field in terms of the spring practice, the A-Day game, which as of right now with the SEC saying that the spring activities have been canceled or postponed up until April 15th. We still have no knowledge. We still have no information as to say, will the A-Day game be completely canceled? So we'll just wait until we continue to get more information, more thoughts, and more clarity on where to kind of move forward from here, but just providing to you the information as it is right now. Crimson Tide spring football practice has been postponed until we get some further information. And for me, even though I'm not happy about the situation, U.S. fans not happy about the situation, I was looking forward to going out on the practice field today to get pictures, get video, get sound, get audio, just get all the content and the information about the excitement that is spring ball. The good thing is, at least this is not happening right in August, July, August, September, the summer months going into the season. This now gives us an opportunity to dissect some things and get some things in order, but at the very least, it's not the situation where we're looking at the month of July and this happening, right? Or the month of August and this happening, right? And the month of September and this happening, to where it would really get eerie. It would really get nail biting. It would really get kind of rubber meets the road, so to speak. So even though still a very hard time, still a very serious, vital, hard-pressing moment, it's just a relief that this is not happening during the time of spring, time of fall camp, the time of summer workouts, definitely the time of the regular season of college football. But as we continue to get more information, we will continue to push that towards you guys being the fans of Crimson Tide football. But as always, make sure that you are protecting yourself. Make sure that you are protecting the loved ones, the people around you. Make sure that you are also, by every means of the imagination, protecting, the next door neighbor, just making sure people are aware, people are up to date on what's going on, and everybody can kind of make sure that everybody is okay. But that's just the news there in terms of the coronavirus, for Alabama canceling spring football practice until further notice. But we're going to go to our first break here on In My Own Words, the podcast. Don't touch that dial. Upon our return, we dive into your tweets, text, phone calls, messages, and concerns right after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care, in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99, and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $5.95 per month, or pay $49.95 for a full year subscription. That's a saving of almost $22. Make sure to subscribe before it's too late and get our new freshly printed end of the year magazine issue. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in the Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.